Hi guys, this is Jamie from System22 and GreatWebDesign.com. Welcome to this video. In this video we're going to show you how to add some social share buttons to the side of your website. Now the benefits of this are obvious probably. If you add social share buttons to the side of your site, it means when people visit they can share it on their Facebook pages or Twitter pages or whatever social media they happen to use. And this is going to come back and give you more customers and more conversions and give you more hits for your web page. So there's some great plugins out there. This is the WordPress platform. This is just a WordPress store that we built for our Word Builder e-commerce store course. So let's go ahead and find a plugin. If we go down to our dashboard to our plugins page, we're in plugins. We want to hit that add new button. And in the search plugins pane here, we want to type custom share buttons. And that brings up these results here. These are the ones we're actually going to use. I've used them before and they do a pretty good job here. So I'll hit the install button. And then the activate button. And there we are. You can either hit the settings, or once it's installed, under the settings here you should have another subheading, custom share buttons. This takes you to the setup page here. So on the general tab, I'm not going to enable that just yet, but here you select the actual buttons that you'd like to have. Facebook, Twitter, Google, LinkedIn, Pinterest. I'm not going to do Reddit, not going to do Stumble Along. Mailbox button, what this does is if you check that and put in your email address, what happens is I'll leave it checked and show you what happens, but it brings up a mail to, which basically brings up your email client or the customer's email client when they click on this button. But I'll leave that checked so I can just show you. YouTube, why not? And you can add a custom message here if you want to. What we'll do, I'll just show you what's going on there. If we go to the next tab, this is the actual settings for the sidebar that's going to float up there. You can have it on the left or on the right or at the bottom. And it's got a remove show hide button. I'll show you that in a minute. And you can put a delay time in. So let's just go back to our general settings, and what I'll do is I'll enable it. So back to the general tab and I'll enable it. Save the settings. Now if we go back to our site, when I refresh, it should appear here on the left hand side. And there it is. As you can see, it's appeared here on the left hand side. And the idea is when people visit your site, they can click on it, and if they've got one of these accounts, they can go ahead and tweet or share or Facebook like or whatever it is for their account. And it's a great way of getting more eyes onto your website. Now the email, what I was trying to explain just now, we put in that email address. What it'll do is it'll open up my mail client and send give you an option to send to the email address we put in. I'll just click on it. There it is, my email at email.com. Obviously that's not right, but there you go. So that's what that mail button does. Of course, most sites we've got a contact us page. You'd probably rather have it from there. But there's an option for you. So if we go back to our customizer, That's the basic setup there. I'm going to uncheck that one. And floating sidebar, let's just go over a few more of these settings here. Like I say, you can put it on the right. I'll put it on the right so you can see now. That remove show hide button, if we go back to our site, you see just underneath there, it's got a hide and show button if you want to get it out of the way. So if you don't want that button, you can just check that and there'll be no button there. You've also got the option to disable for mobile, auto hide sidebar on page load and hide sidebar on home page if you don't want it there, which is great. You can also delay the time that it takes to come in. It's in milliseconds, so 1,000 milliseconds to a second. So if I do 5,000, that will delay it for 5 seconds there. And if you want to upload custom images rather than the images that they've got for the social media, you can do it here too. Okay, so I'll just save those settings. Now if we go back to the site, what I'm going to do now is refresh, and this will now appear on the right hand side, and after the load it should take 5 seconds to appear. So there's our refresh, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and there it is. And we've got rid of that mail icon there. So back to our settings, there's one more handy little setting there on the floating sidebar. Just down the bottom here, you can give it a margin from the top. So say we want it halfway down the page, give it 50%. Or you can give it a pixel ratio if you want to. But of course, if people are using it on smaller devices and smartphones, it's best to give it a percentage. So we'll save those settings. And refresh, and that should make it jump down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should have taken that delay off. There, that's better. It's more in the center of our slider here now. So that's how we do that. Now, that's the floating sidebar taken care of. So the social share buttons, they're the similar icons to the floating sidebar, but they're static. They stay at either the top of your content, or you can move them to the bottom of the content. So to enable them, just check the enable bar, and you can decide if they're on the right side or the left side. And I'll just have that say share. And let's not put it on the home page. We can put it on pages, posts, archives. On posts is a great thing if you're blogging, because at the bottom of all your blog posts, it's going to give people the opportunity to share your content, which is always a good thing. And again, if you don't like the images they're using, you can just upload your own image there. So save our settings and go back to our site and refreshed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's our floating sidebar just appeared. Now if we go to one of our pages, let's go to the About Us. If we scroll down, we should have those icons at the bottom of our page now. You see here, now we've got those icons there. And like I was saying before, if you're blogging, this is really useful. Although that's great, you might want to disable it on some pages, but for blogs, this is great because it stays there all the time at the bottom of your content. You've got the option to put it at the top too if you want to. And if you don't want that share button there, you can just go in there, delete it, leave that blank, leave that empty. As it says, leave it blank. Save the settings. Now when we do a refresh, that little button should disappear. There we have it. And 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's our social icons appearing there. Obviously, you might not want to have both of them, and that's easy. Just go to whichever one you want, and you can enable or disable the sidebar under General, and enable and disable the social share buttons under the social share buttons, funnily enough. So that's a free plugin, and it's well worthwhile to get your profile up and running, to get you some shares on social media. You can go into your own site and share it on your own social media pages if you've got info that you want to share. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and GreatWebDesign.com. This e-commerce site is one we've built for our course. If you'd like to take our course, I'll leave a coupon below for a massive 90% discount. You can take the course for about $10, and we walk you through how to build this e-commerce site here, from WordPress install to installing the themes and plugins and adding products. And by the end of it, you'll have a fully functioning e-commerce store to sell your products. So once again, thanks for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a great day.